Hello everyone. So now I'll be going through the syllabus for the combined sciences, okay, namely physics and chemistry, okay, for the GCE O level. The syllabus number will be 5076, so just take note of that. So for combined physics and chemistry, okay, one very important thing to remember is that the physics and chemistry components, okay, will each take up equal weightage, okay, in the overall grade, right? So the physics component, okay, the physics subject will take up 50%, and the chemistry subject will also take up 50%. And the total grade, okay, for the that you will receive for combined for both of the subjects, okay, will be taken as equal weightage as part of one subject, right? So overall, they only count as one subject. So for example, if a student scores A1 for physics and C6 for chemistry, right, he'll overall obtain a B3 grade, right, for the overall subject combined physics and chemistry. So the exam format is as follows. Okay, there will be a total of okay, here basically this is what the format is as given by MOE. Okay, the combined sciences actually can include biology. However, we will ignore the biology component because here we're just focusing on students who are taking combined physics and chemistry. So although paper 4 states that there's a paper for biology, okay, students who are taking combined physics and chemistry do not have to sit for paper 4, right? So in other words, students are only required to sit for papers 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, this is very important. So for paper 1, okay, is actually the MCQ component, okay, whereby there will be 40 questions, okay, and out of these 40 questions, right, of course these questions are compulsory, okay, there will be an equivalent weightage for physics and chemistry. Okay, so like 20 questions will be physics questions, and about 20 questions will be chemistry questions. So for chemistry, a copy of the data sheet, colors of some common metal hydroxides, and a periodic table, okay, will be provided. For papers 2 and 3, in short, they are actually the structured questions, okay. Paper 2 will be the structured questions for physics, and paper 3 will be the structured questions for chemistry. And for both papers 2 and 3, there will be two sections within each paper, okay, namely sections A and B, alright. So what this means is that paper 2 will have sections A and B, and paper 3 will also have sections A and B, right? Section A, okay, will be 45 marks and consists of compulsory structured questions, right? On the other hand, section B, okay, will contain 3 questions whereby the student will only need to answer 2 out of the 3 questions, right? So there will be 3 questions that the students can choose from. All 3 questions will be 10 marks each, and candidates are only required to choose 2 out of the 3 questions to answer. And once again, okay, the colors of metal hydroxides and periodic table will be provided for the chemistry paper, which is paper 3. So the rough allocation of marks, okay, for papers 1, 2, and 3, okay, will be such that 50% of the marks will be on knowledge and understanding, and the other 50% will be on information handling and problem solving, right? So just take note, what this means is that there will not just be a regurgitation of information in the questions, okay, but the questions will also be testing on your ability to analyze data, okay. So last but not least, we have paper 5, okay, which is the practical component, okay. There will be one practical assessment for each of the physics and chemistry subject, right? And there will be compulsory questions in each practical assessment. Okay, the questions are basically compulsory, and this will be conducted sometime in October, right? Just slightly before your other papers, during the O-level period, examination period. So students are graded, this is very important, okay, graded solely on their answer scripts and not so much on experimental technique. Okay, so basically the main emphasis will be on how the student actually answers the questions that are given in the question paper. Okay, and although the student has to conduct experiments to derive those answers, okay, there isn't much emphasis on how the student actually carries out the experiments, although the student will have to do it properly in order to get accurate results. And students will also be expected to suggest a modification or an extension. So basically there is this question, okay, that requires the students to sort of like say suggest an improvement to be made to the experiment. Okay, this need not be executed. Okay, it's just a suggestion, and this component takes up 20% of the total marks. Right, it's quite significant. And no reference materials are allowed. Okay, other than the practical notes that will be given. Okay, which includes the periodic table and the colors of the metal hydroxides.